You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. And be sure to smash that like button. The Doak Walker Award every year goes to the best running back in college football. And the updated odds were released today, and Caden Durham is on the list. He's 50-1. That means he has the 23rd best odds to win the award. Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame leads the way at 3-1. Nick Singleton's at 6-1. Desmond Reed at 9-1. Darius Taylor 10-1. Katron Allen, who many people got to know his name in the college football playoff, at 14-1. So just a few of the names. Le'Veon Moss, Baton Rouge, Estruma High, Texas A&M, coming off a devastating injury. He's at 28-1. So it's a little interesting to see Durham that low at 50-1, but it is also evidence of the fact that sometimes it's hard to see the forest through the trees, right? We have seen Caden Durham play. We know what he's capable of, and it's exciting to see what he could be this year. But I figured, let's put pen to paper and kind of look at what this would look like, because Durham a year ago ran for only 753 yards. But it's less the total and more the yards per carry that's exciting. He averaged 5.5 yards a carry, 5.3 to be exact. But Caden Durham only had 140 carries. So let me put that into perspective. Let's take Leonard Fournette's first 2 years. I'm not saying Caden Durham's Leonard Fournette. I'm just using this as an illustration to understand. So Fournette's first year, his freshman year in 2014, he ran 187 times for 1,034 yards, an average of 5.5 yards per carry. Basically the exact average that Durham had. He just had an extra 47 carries. So if you'd given Durham another 50 rushes at 5 yards a carry, he's right at 1,000 yards. In his sophomore year, when Fournette led the nation in rushing, he ran 300 times for 1,953 yards. Incredible season for Fournette. Averaged 6.5 yards per carry. If you look at, and I don't know that Durham's going to get 300 rushing attempts. I don't think he needs 300. Now, if LSU makes a playoff run and you end up playing 14, 15, 16 games, maybe so. It could get that high. But I think the yards per carry is what's more relevant here. Like Ashton Jeanty last year. Remember, the season that we just talked about with Fournette, his 2015, the fantastic year he had, he ran the ball 300 times, which felt like a ton. Ashton Jeanty last year at Boise ran 374 times. Like, it was almost absurd. Of course, he put up a monster year. He was a great running back playing in a crappy league, and he got 374 rushing attempts. That's why I'm not as impressed by his rushing total, because of the competition and the attempts. You carry the ball 40 times a game, yeah, you're gonna stat compile. I think Ollie Gordon is probably a better comp. Ollie Gordon 2 years ago in 2023, it was amazing how Ollie Gordon just fell off the face of the earth last year at Oklahoma State. But look at Ollie Gordon's 2023 and say, could Caden Durham do that? Ollie Gordon in 2023 ran the ball 285 times, played in 14 games. Could Durham effectively double his rushing attempts? And if he did, Gordon ran for 1,732 that year. A season like that is very possible for Caden Durham. The real question is, in LSU's offense, will it warrant 280 rushing attempts for Caden Durham, or does it look more like 200 for Durham, 100, 120 for Caleb Jackson, and then another 30-ish carries maybe for someone like Harlem Berry? And I'll omit Trey Holly for now until we know what his future may be on the team. Like, that really is the question, is how much of a by committee will it be? Because if you wanted to give a healthy Caden Durham 300 rushing attempts, he would clear 1,500 rushing yards easily, I believe, and would be in contention for Doak Walker and all the other national awards. I just don't know, especially considering what we heard from Caleb Jackson during spring. The attention to detail, getting his body right, the acknowledgement that he bought a lot of the hype going into his sophomore season, how much of a struggle it was, why he made the decision to come back to LSU and not enter the transfer portal, wanting to be here by his family. They've been his biggest cheerleaders and confidants, and they've supported him, and he's got a role within this offense. Love to see that from Caleb Jackson. But if you have those two guys as a 1-2 punch, you probably don't end up with a scenario where Durham gets enough carries to be in contention for national awards. But that's all something that remains to be seen, because at this point a year ago, we weren't talking about Caden Durham. Y'all told you. I can go back and look at my notebooks from fall camp last year. I'm not sure I wrote down Caden Durham's name twice the entire fall camp. All the conversation was about Caleb Jackson. Things happen. John Emery gets hurt. You knew what you had there in Josh Williams, but Caden Durham got that opportunity against South Carolina, kaboom, and he never looked back. Even playing with dislocated toes and a steel plate in his shoe, he was still awesome. What does a healthy Caden Durham with maybe 100 more rushing attempts look like? Well, could be a guy that ends up as a Doak Walker finalist, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.